Oh, Friday, thou glorious harbinger of joy. With every rinse of the sun, thy arrival beckons, stirring within us a fire that consumes the mundane. Thou art the sweet release from the chains of toil, the gateway to liberation. In thy wake, burdens dissipate, the weariness fades into oblivion. With each passing moment, anticipation builds as the heart yearns for a taste of freedom. A freedom that thy name brings. Friday's the accumulation of perseverance and resilience that you yourself have done.
Is the future.
Mark the triumph of the human spirit, so let us reveal the glory for thy embrace. Dreams are realized and the world becomes a canvas of possibilities only on Fridays. This is the welcome to the revolution. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Derek O'Shea Show. Let me get my chats working. Oh, my chat. Oh, Joshua up in Rumble. Shout out to Rumble chat. I got the Rumble chat already popped out on early. I see Papa and the Zemer Brigade. What's good, everyone? Let me just say hello as my chat loads up. Boom, boom, boom. Joshua, what's up? Papa, what's up? How you guys doing? It's been a minute. In retail, Fridays is meaningless to us. Hey, I work on Saturdays as well, my friend. What is a Friday? It still feels good, though, to be a Friday. Let's just be honest. We will never be as free as long as we have Turnico regime. We call the government. Hey, don't bring us down. We are on our way up as I entered one of my greatest top 10 speeches of all time. Easily, thou hast, thou Fridayeth. Man, it's been a while since I've streamed. I missed you guys. I hope everyone's freaking feeling fine. This is Derek O'Shea Alert. Well, I just want to get right into it and hear the Quiet Pilot out loud on this Friday, and I think you should too.
Think about the impact on something like public health. When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population,
what?
More of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
Exactly! Reduce the population! How do we do it? I don't know. The government will do its best job. I trust them. Reduce the population, she says. Shout out to Best Top 10 AI Assistants. Don't you ever say that was AI assisted. That was me at my finest, you son of a gun. You freaking son of a bitch. Reduce the population, she says. I want to hear Derek O'Shea Alert. I want to hear that one more time. It feels good. On a Friday, I want to know about reducing the population of children and, the world, because then the rich can finally fly private or, fly their big planes and no one will bug them. They could be in their private communities.
And reduce population.
Right.
More of our children can breathe clean air.
Reducing population and talking about children all in the same instance is a wonderful thing to see. She cares about the environment. She cares about you more. She shows it. She's the smartest, brightest person I know. Sounds like someone's got their Venn diagrams mixed up. The bill of Melinda Gates Foundation for population control. Dude, I just feel like we need to start off today with just a banger. But she wasn't finished, though. Okay, Papa? She was not finished with her. I mean, this woman does nonstop clips for me. Derek O'Shea Alert. Nonstop clips as she lets us know that she eats nose for breakfast.
Phenomenal. And they were bold, and they were not listening to no. And look, I like to say I eat no for breakfast, so I get it.
Me too. I think I had my volume down low and no one said anything, and I apologize. I want to hear, you guys need to hear about population control one more time. I feel like my clip was loading too, Derek O'Shea Alert, loading too silently.
When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population,
Amen.
More of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
Exactly. How do we get rid of all these old people that are sucking up the Medicaid and Social Security? Am I right? Make sure not to have kids. Kids are a waste of time and energy. Just do yourself. Do you, boo. It's more important to live your life the way you want to live. And if you don't, just kill them. It's okay. Oh. Now you heard it. So I wasn't just making it up. Because Kamala Harris will let you know that Derek Shaler. Turn that off. She eats.
And they were not listening to no. And look, I like to say I eat no for breakfast. So.
Me too. Every single day I'll eat a healthy bowl of no. And then she wasn't finished. Look, guys, today is a Friday and I'm feeling good. I haven't Tucker Carnage. I know. I watched the Asa crap. I watched Tim Scott get awkward and walk around and get all weird, and I was laughing about that. And then I saw him go. I wanted Tucker to really go after Nikki Haley, even though he didn't. But at the same time, I kind of understand why he didn't talk about Ukraine with her, because like if you don't know Nikki Haley's stance on Ukraine, you are in the closet. That girl is just whatever Biden says, she agrees with, if not more. She is like Lindsey Graham 2.0. She's from South Carolina, so that's what South Carolina Republicans love war. South Carolina started the Civil War, and they will continue the wars. You know what I mean? God. Why did my chat box just close out? God, what a piece of crap app. God. All right. Oh, I need to upload my chats in the background. I apologize. Let me get the chats up. You guys deserve to be treated with more respect and decency, and I was not offering that to you. Let me get this. Boom. I'll get Joshua up in here, and we'll get this chat up in here. Boom. Boom. Why is that not working? Okay, just great. Ukraine, more like nuke crane, am I right? I like that. DeSantis sexual Tucker Carnage. Oh, Max, show us your DeSantis boner already, all right? We already see it. Make sure to know that the clocks aren't just ticking, they're banging. God, this woman.
It is clear that the clock is not only ticking, it is banging. And we must act.
Not my clocks. My clocks are Christian, and they won't bang until they're married. Am I right? What is going on with my chats? God, this is what happens when you take 2 weeks off. I'm thankful for you guys showing up today because I haven't done a live stream in a hot minute, and I appreciate you for being here. But what in the heck is going on here? Okay, there we go. There's a little... Frickin' A, man. I am like rookie mistakes right now. What is going on? All right. Pickles for Jars of It. What's up? AI has too many, 2 letters. A-I. When she was saying,
by the way, AI has 2 letters. One is A and one is I. Artificial intelligence.
I mean, this woman, she's nonstop goodness. I thought we were supposed to bang the gong. We were. Smash that like button like Kamala Harris smashes her breakfast nose. Actually, tomorrow morning I will be waking up early in the morning to have my big bowl of nose. It's where I ask my wife if I'm allowed to have fun for the day, and she says no, it's time to do chores. She always yells at me. I'm sick of her. But she's got to do her show on the Young Turks, and that's okay. Kamala is constantly trying to bribe her husband into late night cuddles, but he keeps saying he's fine with starvation. Can you imagine like going on a date with Kamala Harris and having an actual human-to-human conversation, and what that would even be like? Do you think she would be like spitting off like just campaign slogans or... I just don't know. Dang it, Mr. O'Shea. Anna Kasparin is cracking the whip. Yeah, she's cracking the whip. I'm sick of her. I'm sick of Anna telling me what to do. Please help me. She is starting to come out of her shell, though. All right, I'm ready to hang out and watch this. I haven't seen this Vivek yet, and I'm excited about Vivek. I wish that guy would have a chance. Am I the only one? Am I the only one that likes Vivek?
I've been there before, yeah.
Let's get a producer on the stage.
Carnage.
Put it in the wrong way. You have to put the batteries in.
Vivek was stellar. Oh, I'm excited.
Okay.
Vivek is bae, dude.
Is that on?
Can you imagine Vivek on the stage, just freaking arguing with like Nikki Haley and stuff? By the way, did you see Pence? I know everyone is clipping up that Pence clip where he says he doesn't care what's going on in America. I don't think obviously he doesn't mean that, because obviously that would be career suicide. But it just shows you how much Tucker Carlson ruffled every single Republican GOP candidate's feathers today, especially at the beginning. They were so he was freaking out so much that Pence was like, yeah, I don't care. Americans aren't my priority. Pence is out of touch. He really is out of touch. He's the worst. It's more like Mr. Derek Caspian O'Shea. Yeah.
So Vivek is the only person running, I think, who hasn't practiced politics really.
Conviction rate of any problems. Yeah.
No, you're not. You're not a practitioner. So it's interesting. So let me just start with a very quick overview. You've been traveling around the country for the past 3 months?
Derek, do your chores. Derek, do your chores and stop pissing and moaning. Hey, shut up.
How do you think the country's doing?
I think the country is doing poorly, is the answer. I think that we have a void in our country. I'm the first millennial ever to run for U.S. president as a Republican. And I see people my age in particular across this country who are not doing well because we're starved for purpose and meaning. The people are looking to be part of something bigger than ourselves.
Yes.
And yet we've lost the things that used to ground us. Faith, patriotism,
commonality,
hard work, family. These things are gone. And so we're lost in the wilderness. And then we latch on to whatever the other side serves up for us. You know, we could wokeism, transgenderism, climatism.
Hey, just a reminder, make sure to join the public Discord. It's totally free to be a part of the part of the crew.
Whatever it is, these are symptoms. Drug addiction, depression, suicide, you name it. These are symptoms of a deeper void of purpose and meaning in our country.
He looks like an entitled
Tucker,
millennial.
I think the good news in that is I think our country's not doing well, but I think that this is also our opportunity as a movement to level up and fill that void, that vacuum. Oh, God.
Somebody help Max on what Discord is. I'm too old for that.
With our own vision. Individual, family, nation, God. When I talk to young people about this, they're more interested in that than they are in race, gender, sexuality, and climate.
Stop the fist.
And so now we got to
like
start running to something as Americans, and if we do, I'm confident that our country will be doing well again. That's where I'm at.
Is it my imagination, or are people who weren't raised in traditional religious households, who haven't spent a lot of time thinking about theology, all of a sudden talking about God a lot? Do you notice that?
I do notice that, actually. And I think this is a good sign because there's an old expression, right? If there's a hole the size of God in your heart and God does not fill it.
Whoa, Wes always dropping bombs. Crazy the country is not doing well and has been in steady decline as government grows more and more overreaching. That is crazy. It's almost like the more they get involved in our lives, the more try to tell us or make us feel more safe, the worse we feel. What's up, Marcia? What's up? Enough with the isms, Vay. The guy sounds like a tampon salesman. Hey, everyone's got to make a living, Key. Everyone's got to make a living, man.
Something else will instead. That's what's happened in the last decade in our country. Something else. Some secular religion has filled that void. But it hasn't really satisfied our moral hunger, right? And so that's kind of, that effect is fading, and I think people are hungry to turn back to the real thing. The conversation's coming up, but they say it with a kind of prudishness,
yes.
Right? God is a four-letter word. It's sort of a thing you have to tiptoe around. And I think that right now, family's the same way, the nuclear family. makes some people uncomfortable when I say it, but actually this is the best known form of governance to mankind. And so if we start talking more about, hey, that's what we're running to, that's actually what we stand for. Yes, we are one nation. I'm a citizen of this nation, not some nebulous global citizen somewhere else. That it is one nation under God.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a nation that is stronger when we ground ourselves in the unit of the family. Then I notice something happens, especially for younger people across the country, Tucker, is they're more open to that message than they thought, but they need someone to serve it up to them. And I think I'm the first non-politician, but I'm also a younger person in this race. I don't have a ton of experience running.
I thought he was about to say like younger they them or something. I identify as a younger person.
Governments before. But I think in reaching younger people, that's something I feel called to do in this race. And it's why we're traveling college campuses across this country. And I am optimistic about what I see.
Well, since you are a younger person and spend time with them, we saw yesterday that a group of reservists has been called up to
giving us a finger while you hold some mic.
To prepare for war with Russia. Of people in the age cohort who might plausibly be called up to do that, what's the response?
I think there is no basis for us to send our young men and women, our sons and daughters, people my age.
Why do people have so much faith in the Holy Bible and think the Iliad and Odyssey are just some stories of an old man telling the people of the times? Well, if you're a Christian, that kind of changes everything, right?
Age or any age, to go defend somebody else's border halfway around the world when we should be using our own military to secure our own border in this country.
Yeah.
And I will not apologize for that.
Wait, where's the middle finger? I don't see it.
Put the interests of this country first. And one of the things that does frustrate me, Tucker, is that this is one issue where I so love many of the other people who are running for this nomination for president. I think most of us, and the entire field I speak for, are in this for the right reasons. We are people who care about our country and want to deliver our country to a better place. But on this issue, nearly our entire field is indistinguishable in practice from where Biden is on this, which is in an undefined, ill-defined way pouring more money into a war that I think is destined to become Vietnam
at some point,
or Iraq all over again. And if you don't learn from the lessons of the past, you're going to be making the same mistakes on an even larger scale going forward. We have to end this war. We can end this war and start prioritizing the interests of...
Oh, he said prioritize wrong. Oh my God. Freaking roast him. What an idiot. All three stories shape the culture of the time. Yeah, true. But, you know, if you're a Christian, you don't really look to the Odyssey as like, you don't hold it the same weight. One, you go to like, you know, you have whole communities based on this. I don't know of very many Iliad or Odyssey community or groups that people devote their whole lives to.
Of actual U.S. citizens here at home.
So I think, judging by the response you just got, I think a chunk of, I don't know what percentage, but a lot of Republican primary voters agree with you. Not all, but a lot. I don't think any Republican donors agree with you.
I think that's accurate. And I've lost, to be really honest with you, I've lost many large donors or prospective donors over this issue. And it puzzles me. Because I think the tempting thing to say is to have some conspiratorial explanation that they have money at stake and government contractors.
Vietnam or Iraq, I guess that's one way to downplay World War III. Yeah, it certainly kind of feels that way, doesn't it? And hopefully it won't turn into that.
Or whatever.
Maybe maybe when Oppenheimer comes out for Christopher Nolan, that's when World War III starts. It'll be just like a re-anniversary of the atomic bomb. Maybe we could have atomic bomb the day after or the day before. Hopefully the day after, because I do have tickets to the opening night of Oppenheimer. So maybe World War III will start the next day because I'm really excited about the Christopher Nolan film. I'm a huge Christopher Nolan fan. I digress. There was a whole community built around these stories before BC. Well, you know, the holy book will prevail, as they say.
I don't think that's true, actually. I think there's something else going on in the psychology of an establishment in both the Republican Party and the Democrat Party that is reluctant to the idea that we somehow can't be the ones fighting the war that's the popular war of the day, the politically correct war. I think there's no such thing as a politically correct war.
Batman puts
and
the mask.
So what I ask is, how are we actually going to end this conflict in a way that advances U.S. interests? And the thing that puzzles me, Tucker, is nobody in either party is talking about this right now. The Russia-China alliance is the single greatest threat that the U.S. actually faces today.
No, the single most existential threat to our society is climate change. Biden says that every single time, and if you don't put existential threat, the single most existential threat, if you don't say that 100 times over and over again, then I'm not going to believe it. So the more you hear it, the more it's true. They'll use the threat of World War III to postpone the 2020. Oh, God. KB, why you got to say that? God. That is probably true. It's an emergency. We can't hold elections this year because of war. Oh, no. We just put 3,000 troops on Eastern Europe by accident. They're reservists. They were trying to go home, but we want them to go back because our military is not depleted.
And we are...
Remember when the left was against war? Oh, the good old days? Well, I just saw Cornel West. I saw that guy going on CNN talking about how this war should have stopped, and you should have seen, I don't know if you've seen that clip of Cornel West talking about that, and then Katie or whatever her fart-face name is on CNN, she was like, looks so confused of like, you're on the wrong, what are you doing? You sound like a right-winger. It was so funny. Heck if I know, doctor assisted suicide. That's true. If it works for little man Zelensky, no elections due to what? Well, yeah, you can't have elections in wartime because of the efforts. Remember back when Trump was going to cause World War III but made Putin his batch? Yes. The good old days when Trump would say, "Excuse me, I will rain hell and fire on you." Katie Collins, born Kenneth Collins. Yes. Caitlin. She sucks. She's the worst.
Pushing Russia closer into China's arms by actually continuing to arm Ukraine. So what I've said is that I would negotiate a deal that ends the Ukraine war, freeze the current lines of control. Yes, that means giving part of the Donbas region to Russia. I would make a hard commitment that NATO never admits Ukraine.
Dude, Trump visiting North Korea, K-Bean, was one of the biggest, most insane stories that the media downplayed relentlessly. I mean, that guy is a psychopathic killer, and he just went there. Fucking just freaking nuts. What's up, Willie? How you doing? Zelensky wasn't elected. He was installed after NATO backed the coup. Okay, no. Zelensky danced his way into victory. Have you seen Zelensky's comedy? Look it up. It's some of the best comedy known to man. I would put him above Dave Chappelle and anyone you could possibly think of. Russia and China have an economic alliance that is going to decimate the world economy. BRICS is going to change our dollar forever. Amen.
To NATO. And those seem like unspeakable words in certainly the Republican donor class.
Zelensky invented Vogue, yes.
But we get something greater in return, which is that Putin, in that case, would have to exit his military partnership with China and remove nuclear weapons from Kaliningrad, which border Poland.
Did you know you could actually see the moon from North Korea? The moon is in Pyongyang. I want to buy BRICS currency. Me too.
And get the Russian military out of Cuba and Venezuela and the West. And this is a deal that Putin should do because he ends up winning. He gets things that he doesn't have today. But it secures American interests too. And I do think in a weird way, it does take an outsider to get that job done. Because if you want someone to fix a problem, you don't turn over the keys to somebody who actually broke the thing in the first place. If you want to fix it, maybe have somebody who didn't break it in the first place. And that's part of why I'm in this.
I love interacting with you guys. It's so much fun. It's so hard to watch this. Sometimes I'm like, should I be like a real channel and only answer to super chats and then have it flow nicer? I'm like, no, I just like interacting with you guys. Fun fact, North Koreans invented the burrito. Hey, you want a North Korean burrito? Man, that North Korean burrito is so good. Aladdin. I like that. It's like Aladdin. He does sound like a right-wing simp. Are you talking about me? You son of a freaking... That's common misconception. They invented their tortilla. Oh, so North Koreans... Okay, I didn't know this. North Koreans invented the tortilla. Who invented the burrito, though? That's... I don't think we'll ever know, to be honest. I just don't. I think the translation was lost years ago. Kim Jong-un said he invented the burrito for real. Come on. Shut up. Really? Okay. North Korea invented burrito. Okay. It already filled it in. North Korea claims... I got to put the alert back on. This is Derek O'Shea alert. North Korea claims Kim Jong-un's dad invented the burrito. Kim Jong-un II came up with the idea of wheat wraps in 2011, shortly after he suffered a fatal heart attack. Everyone knows I come up with my best ideas after I have a heart attack. Last time I had a heart attack, I decided that mineral water was a good thing. And people put it in a bottle and made millions of dollars off of me. So I'm waiting for those residual checks. Vivek sounds like a consultant for McKinsey & Company. He sounds like he's speaking. I think he would be in a different office. Oh, McKinsey & Company. Did you see that whole story? Dear leader has invented error thing. Dude, he has. And Kim Jong-un invented golf. I do know that. I just played golf the other day. I went on a par 3 course. I shot par for one hole. That's how good my game is. So if you guys ever want golf lessons, let me know. I got rid of my ex-boyfriend. Congrats. Get rid of boyfriends. They're the worst. The only real honest candidate is Trump. When you put honest in quotation marks.
This race is an outsider.
Okay. Well, since you're getting radical now, let's go through a list of all the other things you're not allowed to say.
Oh, here we go.
So you've just said, you're not attacking anybody, but this doesn't seem to be helping us. In fact, it seems to be creating an alliance that we can't beat, and really, it's pretty scary. So let's just go through the list. Another thing you can't say is that maybe January 6th, while appalling on one level, maybe it was not an insurrection.
So let me talk about. I haven't talked about this much in the campaign.
It was an insurrection because MSNBC tells me about it every single day. That reminds me, make sure to get your January 6th vaccine today on your way to work or on your way home. Amen. Heart is much better. Blood pressure too. Did Kim invent curry and chutney? Yes. Middle Eastern bread with meat and veg, most likely.
I'll be very honest with you. You want to know what caused January 6th? There's such a temptation to say that there's one man whose name is unspeakable. We can't.
No, first of all, it's QAnon. It's QAnon.
It's QAnon. You want to know what caused January 6th?
Say it.
Is pervasive censorship in this country in the lead up to January 6th. You tell people in this country they cannot speak. That is when they scream. You tell people they cannot scream. That is when they tear things down. And so the reality is, we were told that you could not question where the virus came from when we all knew it came from a lab in Wuhan, which now they admit. We were told that you could not send a private message to someone on the eve of an election that Hunter Biden's laptop story was actually a true story worth considering before an election. You were systematically suppressed. So think about this. You told you had to be locked down, had to take a vaccine that was mandated and forced down your throat, stay locked down in your home while Antifa and BLM roam and burn the streets of this country. So that's...
excuse me. Protesting for George Floyd did not affect COVID whatsoever, because it was a social justice issue, and that's what matters most. I blame my landlord for January 6th. Good. I blame my teacher. Democrats, FBI, CIA, DHS did. Well, there you go. I lost 60 pounds after breaking up with my ex. Dude, honestly, some of the best weight losses I ever had was going through a breakup. So congrats. Do you, boo.
The lead up of one full year of telling people you have to shut up, sit down, and do as you're told. And then you tell them, okay, there's an election where you didn't get the information that you needed, such as the Hunter Biden laptop story being real and suppressed. That's what caused January 6th, is a cycle of censorship in this country. And until we look ourselves in the mirror and admit truth on that, we will not move forward as a country. And I think that's the real cause. And we're not, and I'm sorry to say this, Tucker, but I think until we reckon with that reality, I worry that is the beginning of, it's a friendly parley compared to what's to come, unless we step up and speak truth, restore integrity, and actually lead us to who we are as a people, rather than sweeping the truth under the rug.
How can you, just as a philosophical question, a lot of the people who are pushing censorship, in fact, I would say almost all of them in both parties, particularly the Democratic Party, claim they're doing so in order to protect.
Buy your AR-15, George. Buy yourself an AR-15, George. I need to have a poll. Should I get a beer? Yes or no? It's Friday. I'm feeling pretty good. Should I get a beer? Yes or no? Put in the chat. Let me know. Say no. Yes or no.
Protect democracy.
Vivek is going to lose Iowa. He doesn't stand a chance.
With censorship.
No, he doesn't.
So you want to know the
Vice
best
President,
measure of the health of a democracy? We're a constitutional republic, but I'll use lowercase d democracy as a fill-in, right? Couldn't resist.
Zima,
People always applaud at that. I love that.
It's just the truth, though, right?
No, it is true.
Get a
the
case.
civics majors love it.
Yeah, that's great. But
okay, I'm going to get one.
The best measure of the health of our American democracy, our constitutional republic, is the percentage of people who feel free to say what they actually think in public. That's the metric. It's not the number of ballots cast every November. That's just going through the motions. It is not some other metric of what the media says on a given day. It is the percentage of people who will say in public what they're willing to say behind closed doors. There's no doubt we're doing poorly. The culture is censorious enough. Now, if you say the government on top of that is using social media companies to do through the back door what government could not censor through the front door under the Constitution, that creates the real threat to lowercase d democracy.
Plug away, dude.
My litmus test is if Vladimir Putin was doing it and we would call it a threat to democracy, it's a threat to democracy when we do it on this side of the Atlantic as well. Okay, that's a good way of not pointing the finger at somebody else, but looking ourselves.
Key said, Vay's the only candidate to get any applause during the snooze fest today. Hey, what did you like about what he said? While Derek's getting blues, I'm shamelessly plugged something. It's crazy the First Amendment's at risk. Honestly, makes sense though. I mean, that's how they get started with the misinformation, disinformation, bullcrap. They can start, you say that more and more, and then people will start wanting to police speech more and more. Hey, don't say that. That's misinformation. And you're like, it's just me asking a question. Hey, you're not allowed to ask questions in disinformation, idiot. Free speech is a threat to our democracy, says Bud Trans.
In the mirror and asking ourselves who we really are. And this is personal for me. I'm a Republican candidate for U.S. president. It feels still new to say that. Not a politician by nature, but I bring that fact up, now as of very recently, certainly polling reasonably well in the recent polls. And I bring that up because...
Where'd you get that beer? The corner store? Yeah, I just ran down. It's right below me. It's a little bodega. You know what I'm saying? I asked it for the Augie way. The First, Second, and Fourth Amendments are being attacked at the same time. Always. Amendments are meant to be amended.
Against that backdrop, Microsoft owned LinkedIn, censored my social media.
Magic,
my account, said I can't get in to make statements that are factually grounded statements about climate change, about Biden's relationship with China, about the ESG movement's perpetuation of a climate cult in this country, all grounded in fact, saying that it violates their policies for hate speech, misinformation. And I'm not making this one up. They said violence in the
Okay,
email.
I need to address the chat. Rumor has it you drink Bud Light. I don't drink Bud Light. I drink Bud Trans. Okay? It's just as good. A little bit less Dylan, a little bit more Mulvaney, if you know what I mean. Drink. He takes it enema style. Yeah, because it gets you drunker faster. Everyone knows that. Bud Light. Bud Trans.
No. And so in my case, look, I was able to publicize that. They then claimed it was an error, restored the account, typical operating procedure. But it's that culture of censorship in our country
100%.
that I think we also, I'm trying to do my part.
Transheiser-Busch? Oh, Transheiser-Busch. Son of a... That's a good one. What do we all had? Bud... I've had Bud Gay. I've had like Gay Light. I've had Trans Light. I've had Bud Trans. Transheiser-Busch. That's fantastic. Congrats, Max. Shout out to Max with the Transheiser-Busch. Try to put all your puns in the chat.
Eastern Iowa earlier this week. Smaller event than this, but we're on the stage talking. Somebody walks in. She's screaming at the top of her lungs. At first, I thought usually if they're screaming, sometimes they're
Ginger Light.
What you're saying. So I said, thank you. But I realized that
Ginger
actually,
Heavy.
When she bit you, you realized?
she came. So she was out of control. Okay.
Yeah. I know her. Yeah. I ran into her at Dulles Airport last week. Yeah.
We've all seen a version of her, but But the truth is, so security was escorting her out, and it felt wrong to me,
buddy.
Right? Because she
Okay,
came
I
to
like
make
Bud
a
Buddy.
point. She was totally wild in the way she was making it, but I'm watching her walk out the door. She's at the back of the room now, and I said, this doesn't feel right.
Silence is violence. Personally.
Right? Because as I said earlier, you tell people they can't speak, that's when they scream. You tell people they can't.
Wait, what? Words are violence. Silence is violence. Personally, I think violence is just once an excuse to be violent. That's so true. Thank you for Papa for saying that. You bastard, that one's so good. I wish it was mine. Papa, you can't have it. I like that YouTube censored that. God, I freaking hate YouTube.
Scream, and she was screaming. That's when they're going to go tear something down. So I said, no, bring her back. We gave her the mic. I said, I promised. You ask your question, but I promise I get to answer it in return. She agrees to that. It turns out she's a pro-choice advocate, a my body, my choice person. I was going to the state legislature on Tuesday morning. I think she must have known that. Came to this event to protest my being there. But I give her the mic. She's just talking for 3, 4, 5 minutes. But by the end of it, it actually turns out, the story comes out that she's a single mother who did bring her daughter into the world. And the things she was saying were things like, my daughter is successful. I don't want you to look down on me. And I thought it was beautiful that the more she started talking, the more she started making our very point of why we believe in protecting life. And so I said, disagreements aside, you are a mother. We celebrate that. The audience applauded. It's why I love Iowans.
Wow.
She broke down in tears and left. And so I'm moved by what is possible in our country. Our country is broken. We are spiritually broken. We have a spiritual void in this country. It is our job to step up and fill that void by practicing what we preach as conservatives. And so I'm hoping we're doing that. I love doing that in Iowa. It's been something that's really lifted me up in a way that was never an experience I had as a CEO or in business. I've never had these experiences as we've had in the last few months. And honestly, as broken as our country is, it leaves me optimistic about where we're headed.
And you can listen to people. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not gonna hurt.
So it's so interesting.
Oh, God, I know. That comment right there, though. You can listen to people. It's okay. So many of our politicians have no idea what the average American is dealing with today. But every day I used to go to my dad's house and talk to him across the kitchen table, and we would talk about inflation, all that kind of stuff. Are Tucker's eyes open? Okay, is that a Chinese joke? That's really racist. He's half Chinese.
So you, and I think the intro of you described some of it, but you're coming from a
Vivek carries a packet of hot sauce in his pocket. Oh, Hillary.
completely different world. It's not like you were mayor, state legislator. You're coming from business and technology and biotech. So what have you learned? How have your views changed since you immersed yourself in crowds of voters and started listening to people?
Yeah, so I think my views have changed in part by my belief that we're not as divided as they make it out to be. Right? Because many CEOs in this country are frightened, right, of speaking their mind openly. It actually stops, many of them will say, well, stops them.
I get that, but it's the point that is, I don't care that we're divided. I don't want a unified all one voice. I want different voices, different opinions, all coming together and being okay with having a different idea. It's okay that we're divided. It's okay that we think differently. There's the finger again.
From being donors to me to maybe other causes.
Where's this finger?
They're deathly scared because they believe that we're a nation at our breaking point. And in some ways we are, because we let it get there. But one of the things I've been convinced of, I've changed my mind on, is that I don't think we're nearly as divided as we're taught to believe. But I went to the south side of Chicago. It's one of the places it's not really where the political advisors would tell you to go if you're in a Republican primary. I went to Kensington and downtown in the inner city of Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia. And I'll tell you, the people in those rooms, especially on the south side of Chicago, where they're converting South Shore High School into an encampment for migrants who they're spending $7,000 per person per month on.
South Side?
This is the supposedly far left, nearly entirely black, Democratic voting bloc. And I have never heard more eloquent cases for securing the border and actually prioritizing the interests of Americans than I heard in that room.
What did they say?
No.
They said, "What about us?"
Yeah.
Was actually the right way to say that. And it came out in many ways where, look, we are Christians. We believe in treating these people humanely. But it's not right that they're spending $7,000 a month and getting baby formula when I couldn't find baby formula a year ago. I can't buy sneakers for my kids. They're providing sneakers for those kids. How does that work? How is that advancing my interests? And actually, you just reminded me of this.
What about aboutism?
Many of them were asking me as though I was on the side of it.
Vivek carries a dime bag of fentanyl to relate Kensington, Pennsylvania hobos.
Of why on earth we're sending billions of dollars to Ukraine. So it was interesting to me that the traditional partisan boundaries as drawn are really sort of retrofitted. We're sort of shoehorning an old structure. We're sort of shoehorning the modern truth into sort of an antiquated view where I don't think the dividing line in our country is between Republicans and Democrats right now. I think it is between those of us who are pro-American, who believe in the ideals of this country, who will not apologize for those ideals, who will stand up and sacrifice for those ideals.
What's track?
And those of us who are, and it exists in this country, I mean, the Vice President's a great embodiment of this, anti-American. Those who wish to apologize for a nation founded on our ideals.
Derek, you sound like an insurrectionist. How dare you? How dare you having a dividing opinion? Thank you. I am. Every day I have an insurrection in my home. Derek O'Shea alert. Insurrections are awesome. Vivek carries a Hello Kitty keychain that relates to Chinatown. And he's got a Tamagotchi on it. Shout out to Tamagotchis everywhere.
But if you divide it up that way, it is not 50-50 anymore. It's not even close. It's easily 80-20 in our favor, and half the 20 are people younger than me who never learned what those ideals were in the first place. We're going to bring them along too. And I think we have an opportunity to do in this country in 2024 what Ronald Reagan did in 1980.
I saw a woman with double D's having an insurrection. You know what? Stop talking about Nancy Pelosi pickles for jars in my chat. Thank you. God. We all have a crush on Nancy Pelosi secretly. It's okay. We saw her in a bathing suit. She's incredible. She has an incredible body for her age. We all secretly lust after her. And it's okay. This is a safe place. We're dealing with this together. We're working on this whole thing together. She looks great. Just ask Paul Pelosi. He loves to get hammered.
Deliver a landslide election, call the bluff on
Remember
the
that
division.
story?
Much of it is artificial. I fell for it, right? Even when I started this campaign, running for a Republican candidate for U.S. president, I don't even talk about Republicans that much anymore. I try not to use the word. Not because it's a bad word, but because it doesn't mean anything.
Little bit.
Right? If half the Republican, 3/4 of the Republican Party's got the same policy as Biden on the most important policy matter of our time, you know, and if much of the Democratic Party, or at least people on the south side of Chicago, believe in using the military on the southern border and putting the interests of Americans first, I'm not sure those labels are doing much for us now. And one of the things, I actually just got this stat yesterday from my campaign, 40% of the donors to our campaign are first-time ever donors to the Republican Party in any form ever. And the normal number is 2%. So I think this should actually give us hope for possibility. If we're willing to take the shackles off a little bit, relax a little bit on thinking, identity can be confining. Right? The left does this masterfully. You're black, therefore you can't.
Thank you, God. That identity can be confining. Yes. 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 God. So many people ask me, Derek, where do you line on your political shit? And I'm just like, why do you care? Just listen. Let's hang out. Let's have a good time. Let's have a conversation. I might have different opinions than you. Blah, 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 blah. You don't need to be in your little safe space bubble. God. Anyways, I tell everyone, I put on my Twitter, I put on my Instagram that I'm a progressively conservative libtard. Okay? Whatever that means, you know what it means. Maybe you should learn sign language. Okay.
Achieve something. You're a woman, therefore you can't achieve something. Identity's confusing. You can be imprisoned in the identities that you inherit. And I just want to be careful that we learn from the left, or learn including what not to do, to be confined and imprisoned by our own identity of what it means to be Republican. Let's
individualism, voluntarism, with some objectivism mixed in. There we go.
What it actually means to be an American today.
Yeah. That's
the question of our time. You ask people,
what it means to be an American? That's racist. I'm going to clip that up. I'm going to put that on YouTube, and then I'm going to get all these conservatives to come in and say, okay, I bet he has a safe space. Like, who's this idiot? This little idiot probably thinks that Biden got 81 million votes. I love being able to trigger both sides so easily. It's too easy. It's so easy to trigger both sides. I will have one video that I will put up like a short, and I will have conservatives calling me idiot leftist, and I will have leftists calling me a right-winging nut job. And it's amazing that they don't see their own comments.
Super chat at $49.99.
Holy shit!
I couldn't get through this without you.
Oh my God, K-Bean, what the? Dude, God, I freaking love you. I can't get this without you either. Dang. K-Bean, thank you so much. God. I almost had a heart attack. God, you got me, dude. K-Bean, golly. Single-handedly paying for my dream. I appreciate you, K-Bean. I love you. What the fuck, D? Time for that fickle finger of fate. Yeah, it is. Okay, Vivek's hands are huge. You know what that means? It means he can grip a basketball, you sickos. I'm already perma angry. This is the best group. Hey, good. This is the best group.
That question, you get like a deer in the headlights response. It's like,
thank you, K-Bean.
It's a blank stare initially. But on the other side of that is then an introspection to say, okay, there are certain ideals that we fought a revolution for in this country. Self-governance over aristocracy, sovereignty as a nation, free speech, meritocracy. That you get ahead in this country not on the color of your skin, but on the content of your character and contributions. That's what it means to be an American. That's what we're running to. And honest to God, Tucker, I think that if we do this right, if we actually prioritize our vision, what we stand for, I think it's going to be a landslide election for I'm not going to say a Republican candidate, a pro-American candidate in this race.
It's just interesting because what you didn't mention, so I asked you, you've been traveling around the country. It sounds like you went to Kensington on the south side. You've really kind of been to the span of the country. I watch media coverage, and everything's about race. And America is divided by race. That's America's origin.
Vivek's bird is over my head. It's so weird to see someone so young running for president. I think it's kind of awesome. I mean, this guy has like such a long career ahead of him. I think he'll be. I honestly think he would make an incredible vice president. I mean, could you imagine him taking on Kamala Harris in a debate? Just that idea in my head. Just watching her just bow out and say, I'm not doing a debate. There's no reason for me to debate. It's all about Joe Biden. Watching her cope with the idea of someone just destroying her the way he would dismantle her. God, it's like honey. It's like honey. I would just lick it up. This is some McKinsey. Hey, just because it's over your head, Wes, doesn't make it McKinsey and Company.
Original sin. It's the thing that cleaves us as a country.
Did he just quote MLK? Yes, and MLK is racist, and everyone knows that. Okay? MLK, if he was alive today, he would say race is more important and understanding our privilege is more important than understanding character and all that stuff. They were probably cousins. Probably. Wow, that's racist, Marcia. But it's okay. You can say that because you're black. It's okay to be racist if you're black. If you're me, that's where it's a problem, okay? Because only white people are racist. Our generation just got shafted when it came to politics. Gen Xers and Boomers keep their power. And who did we get? AOC, seriously, yo? We have Lauren Boebert, Major Taylor Greene, Matt Gaetz. Do I need to keep going? Brian, what's his face? Brian Robin, Byron of Florida. That black guy who also speaks well. I'm blanking on so many other names. Shout out the millennials. I'm running 2024. Derek O'Shea is going to be the best. Sometimes, do you guys ever, like, when you're listening to this conversation back and forth, do you ever imagine yourself answering Byron Donalds? Thank you, KB. Wes, whoever did it first. Do you ever imagine yourself being up there and answering these questions? Because I always imagine, like, how I would respond, and I would probably be, like, cussing a little bit and just laughing. And, like, when I watched Pence today, and I watched Nikki Haley, and I watched that Asa idiot guy, even Tim Scott to some degree, like, it was just so 90s, just felt distant, felt not genuine, not real. Like, you can't grab a beer with them, you can't enjoy a joint with them. you can't have a good time with these people. It just feels so fake. Cackles versus Apu. Yes, I'm running for comptroller. Can I get your endorsement? No.
You didn't mention that.
I'd probably be drink.
So why do they keep telling you
I'd probably
that?
be drink.
They blow what I
Derek O'Shea 2024, amen. Come on, let's go.
Woke smoke to deflect accountability for their own failure, actually.
It's good.
So, what do you think affirmative action has done for black people in this country? Nothing. What do you...
Just ask what's her face from MSNBC, Joy Reid. What? Man, it's been a long week. Shout out the long weeks everywhere. It sucks. I was being interviewed. I'd probably be drink. It's one of those. Oh, hell yeah, dude. The calling guy. Is this one of those stupid MAGA shows? Yes. Everything we do is MAGA. Every day we wake up, we drink a little MAGA. We have a little MAGA in our diet. And I get up every morning. I pray to Donald Trump. I say, Donald, thank you for my daily bread. Can I have some of your amazing Donald Trump ice water? Because that junk hits. Well, I see why you have just 12 viewers. I'm psyched to see Trump go to jail. Calling guy, how many people are viewing your channel? Oh, you don't have anything? Cool. Vote for Papa. Derek O'Shea won't, but he's a ginger, so he doesn't count. Calling guy, if you think I'm only streaming on Rumble, you got another thing coming. Ask Elizabeth Warren. Big old can of MAGA around here. Yeah, everything we do is MAGA. Everything we do. We wake up every day. We drink MAGA. We pray to our MAGA trucks. We have MAGA flags. We're all about MAGA. We hate ideas. We don't like. We just worship candidates. That's what we do here. No. Colin guy, if you really want to know, we like to laugh around here and we like to have a freaking good time. And I will make fun of literally every single person and every single candidate. Nobody is off limits. I will make fun of Trump. I will make fun of Biden. That's what we do here. Because I like satire, and that's what's more important. I like having a good time around here. I don't take politics too seriously because I think majority of it is BS. And I think that it just goes in circles. And it's a big club, and you're not in it. But you can go around and trying to divide everyone like every other person known to mankind. Instead of actually pointing the finger on who's in charge and making your life more about punching upwards instead of punching down or punching to the side. Figure it out. Your life matters, except for if you're an idiot. No, you silly goose. We're not MAGA. We're mega, which means we fight robot overlords and absorb their powers upon their defeat. Yes. Okay, so on 5 channels, you have a total of 79 viewers. You think that offends me? Colin Guy, I do this for fun. Imagine that. Imagine caring about your like content, or I do this because I like to have a good time. Sorry, I'm not Tim Pool. Go try to trigger him. Maybe somebody will give you attention. I know I'm giving you more attention than your dad ever gave you, and that is something you need to deal with a therapist. Go talk to a therapist. Let him know, hey, this guy Derek O'Shea gave me more attention than my dad ever. I will show up to your T-ball games, bro. I will do that for you. I will show up to your T-ball games because I know it's important for me to be there. I never took politics seriously until Trump came around. He's dangerous. Okay, you're just a cultist. You're clearly not supportive of Zima and the consumer in much. You don't have to explain, Derek. He's a basement dweller. That's true. That is true. But I try to give people the time. I'm like Vivek. I just give people time, even if they're just trollers. Because I like trolling too. As long as you're funny, if you're a leftist and you're funny, great. But if you're just one of those people that Donald Trump's going to jail, oh my god, dude, get a fucking life. I'm sorry I cursed. But if your life is about waiting to the day Donald Trump goes to jail, your life is sad, you're depressing, and you need to get help immediately. And I will be your daddy forever. Chud type 100%. Willie, thank you so much for the super chat. It means so much to me. Best comedy show of 2023. Thank you, Willie. Freaking amazing. Best freaking A. Shout out to Willie. Yeah. I try to get him, Derek. Well done. Thank you. And again, I don't get triggered by anyone. You can make fun of me. You can mock me. You can call me an idiot. You can call me whatever you want. I don't care. I don't care. I am not Tim Pool. I am not Steven Crowder. I am not whoever you think I'm trying to be. Some people call me Tim Dillon because I like to just read stories and rant and make jokes about it. Whatever. I started my podcast before him. I'm not a successful comedian like he is. One day we will be. Tim Pool thinks his pool farts are bump. Wait, what? Tim Pool thinks pool farts are bump farts. Or butt burps. God. Go drink some Bud Light. Hold up. There's such thing as a funny leftist? No. Name me one funny leftist. I literally cannot name one. And if there is such thing, I don't know what. Maybe we should unite and demand our own country. Yes. It's a Zemo cult. What's wrong with that guy? I don't know. Are you in jail too? And want him as a roommate? Yes. All right. Tim Pool's van was towed today. He has no place to live now. God. Hey, he's rich, man. Well, maybe we can all be so rich. And yet you're watching this, therefore you're logic. Yeah. No, actually, Colin Guy, please keep chatting. It actually helps my show out. So I appreciate you. Please will you just write in like, this guy's ugly, this guy sucks, this guy is stupid. It actually helps my show out, so it'll get more viewers. So Colin Guy, please keep it up. I genuinely mean it. please keep saying horrible things. Try to say the most horrible thing you could possibly think of, and do that. If you need to come on my show and blow off steam because you are just a pent up, angry leftist, do you, boo. Do you. Whoa! Alan Getcher, $10. I've never even seen your chat before, but I'm freaking loving it, dude. I think you're right, Derek. Hey, Alan, shout out to new chatter, Thank you, Alan. I appreciate you, my dude. Derek has a call line. I do have a call line. You can always call at, where's my phone number? I don't even know. Is it this? I don't, what the, idiot? No. I don't even know where I put it. Thank you so much, freaking Alan. You're amazing. You're amazing. Yeah, we love leftists. Yeah, I don't care. You could be a Destiny. This guy's probably a Destiny podcaster. This guy has great points. Watch all the time. Hey, thank you so much, Alan. I appreciate you. Sometimes the show's fun. Sometimes the show's dumb. We like to have a good time. I appreciate you, Alan. Thank you so much, my dude. Shout out to Rumble Chat. Never, Rumble Chat's awesome. YouTube Chat's awesome. And every time we've gotten a kick chat, It's always been the cringiest Kick chat. Does anybody actually go on Kick seriously? Besides, if you're into like hot tub streams, which I don't want to like. No judgment here, but come on. Hillary Clinton, AOC, Tim Pool's van. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we love leftists. Okay, let's get back to the show. Unless you guys want to hang out. I don't care. It's freaking Friday. We're drinking Bud Trans. We're feeling good. We're feeling better than ever. The Colin guy's very excited about Donald Trump getting arrested, which will never happen. He'll never go to jail. And yet you can keep praying. He's going to jail today. He's going to jail. Sounds like Colin guy is a bit jelly. Have some people to talk to on the internet. That's what I'm saying. I've given him more attention than his own dad, and that's okay. I will be your daddy. I will raise you, Colin guy. I will raise you to grow up to be a man. I will tell you that politics shouldn't affect your day to day, because there will always be things you do not like. If seeing Donald Trump's face makes your day a bad day, you need to get help. It's the same people that will still wear COVID masks. Get help. It's not healthy. This is not something we should be striving for. I'll do meet up the empty puck too. Walls closing in. Barbara says so. Colin guy is mad that Secret Service took his coke. Oh yeah, speaking of freaking coke, shout out to the White House. I had no idea the White House was such a party zone. You can literally do coke, you can do marijuana, you can do all the drugs that they will enforce and get away with it, and they will look into it. It turns out everyone's doing coke there, and they have no idea whose coke it was. Biden's doing coke, Kamala's doing coke. Hunter, no way, he's clean. Dr. Jill Biden, how you think she stayed up so late and got her doctorate? She was on coke too. Everyone's on coke. Come on, KJP's on coke. How do you think she handles her questions so well? You MAGA cultists are gonna cry when Trump erroneously threatens with legal action. Colin guy is mad. Wait. I need prep talk as much as the Colin guy. I need this prep talk as much as the Colin guy. KB, what do you need this pep talk? I will give you a pep talk. That's what I do for a living. Let me pep talk you, girl. Just you put in the chat what you need a pep talk for. I will give it to you right now. That's the kind of show this is. Derek, yeah, happened for years. Kennedy used to take meth injections back in the day. Yeah, but who hasn't? Who hasn't woken up? And I know Kamala Harris says this show's getting derailed. Who hasn't woken up in the morning and thought, you know what? I'm gonna get a little breakfast and nose in the morning and a little bit of meth. Start my day off right. Start off with a little blues, a little Walter White, as they say. If you go white, you know you've been licked right. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've always heard all my life growing up, and that's just the reality. Skinny dipping in the pools in the 60s, breaking the coke was actually really good stuff. See, Killer T-Cell knows. Everyone knows the best coke is at the White House. Vanilla coke for white supremacists in the White House. Okay, wait, what? I don't know what's going on. I want to make sure. Okay, there it is. Wait, what? Why is this all stupid? Okay. Transform. Hold on. Freaking. I'm trying to show your chat. I don't know what's going on. Can you pep us? Oh, wait, what? Lincoln bedroom has 20 hidden compartments which are crammed with every illicit substance you could want except alcohol. Can you pep talk us on how taxation is really slavery and it's very immoral for them to violently extort us for our labor? You know what? That's a serious subject. Don't pay your taxes. It's not worth it. You max out every single credit card you've ever had. This is not financial advice. This is advice. Max out every single credit card you've ever had in your life. Create multiple LLCs like the Bidens do. Spread your wealth out. Buy properties. Buy crypto. Put everything on black, and and play Russian roulette. This is what you're supposed to do. This is what any healthy person will do with their money. Don't pay taxes. Just deny. Make sure every transaction is through Venmo. Make sure it's all under $400. Make sure you use your business credit card to buy every single meal you ever purchase. You need a new TV? Well, that's for your business. Like, these are things that we could be doing, and we're not. We're just paying taxes like idiots. And you could be getting so many write-offs. You need a new Tesla because you use it for work. You buy it through your shell company. Yeah, your LLC. The White House baseball game batter up next. That's a serious subject. Gangster was Kamala Harris, obviously. Okay, great. Is this good? I get 5 PhDs in meaningless subjects in gender studies and political science. Yes, get as many PhDs as you possibly can have. Never stop going to college. Never always continue to like do worse in life. You know, keep pulling on your credit cards, max them out so that when your kids, and then when you start to have kids, pull out credit cards in your kids' names. This is like, and max out those credit cards so that when they get older, they can all be in debt. They will have to pull themselves out and do better. And this is like think how grateful your kids are going to be if they grow up day one already be in debt. They probably want to go to college. See, this is just stuff I think about all the time. I have some good roulette systems. We can go gambling if you want. Yes, I want to. Complaint line 872-240-2407-240. Hey, that is my line. Yeah, if you ever want to call in, here's my number. You're welcome to call in. The call is waiting. I have it open. Honest people don't always create accounts named Argo1 and Argo28. Just tell the IRS that the check's in the mail. Yeah, exactly. You just let them know that you're working on it. I'm going to need an extension on my taxes. Say that every single day that you wake up. Don't allow these people to have deadlines for you. And be like the IRS. Look, if they say, hey, you owe us this money, just say, remember like Ukraine accounting error? This is also an accounting error. I'm trying to figure this whole thing out together. Financial advice, start selling cocaine on the site. Oh, that's great. That's great advice. Every single drug dealer never got caught. It's just facts. Oh my God. What is happening? He's telling us all these things. Sorry, I don't know what's happening. Are you talking about a government doing about carrying debt and how that is great way to run business or a household? What? Are you talking about what the government is doing about carrying debt? About carrying debt and how that is a great way to run a business? Yes. This is good debt and bad debt. Yes, there's good debt and bad debt. Everyone knows that. Buy everything on debt. That's what the rich people do. At least this is what TikToks tell me. Just read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Derek. As long as you get good debt, it's providing income that cancels itself out. There you go. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I'm reading it right now. I've actually honestly thought about wearing that. Oh, trust me, I know. Should we get back? Do you guys want to just hang out, or do we need to go keep watching this Vivek stuff? I'm down to just like party. A tiny little debt never hurt nobody. That's what, like, honestly, that's what Vivek says, and I trust him. Tiny little debt never hurt nobody. We need to call somebody. Do you guys know anyone in your life that need a phone call? do you guys know anybody, a parent that's having a bad day and needs a little pep talk, or your significant other, or maybe you need me to call you and just let you know how great of a person you are? You're welcome to text me at this number or write in the chat of somebody. Tell me who I'm calling, and we'll see where it goes. But I swear to God, it better be somebody. DeSantis sexual. Max is a DeSantis sexual. He's coming out of the closet. Congrats. It's a wonderful place to be. Hopefully a comedy call-in number. It is. It's whatever you want it to be. Are you buying? Yes. Did we get sidetracked? Yes. But that's what the show is. I don't have an agenda. That's why the show is so much fun. And I don't just take super chats. We just have a good time. Here's the Derek O'Shea Show. We never know where it's going, but we know how it'll end. With me saying good night, and I love you, and I'll kiss you good night. I'll tell your friends and family and let them know. Politics is pissing me off. Call in and have your say. Politics is a lot. It really is a lot. Politics is like ebbs and flows for me. Sometimes I'm like, I'm into it. I love it. I think it's hilarious. It makes me laugh. Sometimes it just pisses me off so much. I'm just so angry. And then sometimes I'm just like, I don't care. Am I making any differences by being mad? No. So why am I doing that? I'm just having a good time. Costco had stopped carrying Bud Light. I did see that. It was only a matter of time, though, right? I mean, what are they doing? At the same time, like if you do not know what ESG is, you will be confused what Bud Light is doing. But if you know what ESG is, it makes complete sense because they don't care how much they lose. Because BlackRock will say, "I got you, baby. I got you, dog," and that's what matters. Did you see the video I had made on that? Oh yeah, speaking of videos. I forgot that Papa sent me a video. I gotta play that video. That's it, we're playing it. Okay, I gotta look it up. Papa, shout out to Papa for making us videos. It's freaking awesome. Taking time out of his day to make me videos for this show. Stupid. I appreciate you, dude. I'm debt free, including home. Willie, that's freaking awesome, dude. I'm debt free too, man. Doesn't it feel good to be debt free? I mean, I don't have a home, so. All right, let's play this. This is from Papa. Derek O'Shea alert.
The following message is being broadcast from the lunar module of Senator Bernard Sanders.
Derek O'Shea, this is Senator Bernard Sanders broadcasting to you from the moon.
Wait. What? Wait. I can't. Thank you, Papa. I can't wait to laugh about this.
The following message is being broadcast from the lunar module of Senator Bernard Sanders.
Lunar module?
Derek O'Shea, this is Senator Bernard Sanders broadcasting to you from the moon. That's right, you punk. Have you ever been to the moon? You're probably sitting there in your mother's basement in that stupid chair of yours with your backwards hat, just nodding and smiling, saying, "Yes, I have," with your smug grin on your ginger face. You think that makes you better than me? You look like the type of man who thinks that the moon is made out of silky, smooth, delicious cream cheese, don't you, you punk? Well, guess what? I hope this breaks your heart, Derek O'Shea. It's made of rocks and broken dreams off the backs of crippled children. And it smells like success up here. Why am I up here, you might ask? Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll moon you from the moon. My pasty white butt cheeks are pale enough to reflect sunlight more powerful than any solar array. Don't mess with me on this one, Derek O'Shea. My power has been verified by professional scientists who practice the science. Do you understand what that means, Derek O'Shea? It means that I am able to reflect hot sunlight anywhere in the continental U.S., guaranteeing that you will feel the burn to the 3rd degree in all of the wrong places. Just because I'm celebrating champagne socialism on the lunar surface doesn't mean I'm going to shirk at my responsibilities against you. And what's this? Oh my! It's a travel-sized wheel.
Oh, heck yeah. Shout out to the wheel. Can't wait to watch it, whatever he's going to wheel. That comes back this Sunday due to this video. Thanks to Papa for keeping the dream alive. Pasty white butt cheeks.
Wheel of torches made just for you, Derek O'Shea. Watch that wheel spin and quiver in fear like I do every night when I check my adult diaper. This time it's smelling pretty ripe and reeks of fish. I should probably talk to a doctor about that.
Amazing Trans?
Amazing Transparent Man. A film that follows. And
No, I thought it said The Amazing Trans.
Ex-U.S. Army major who uses an escaped criminal to steal materials to improve the invisibility machine his scientist prisoner made.
Okay, I'm going to be absolutely plastered for that movie on Sunday night, so if you want to hang out with me. The Amazing Trans.
This movie sounds better than you deserve, you punk. You mark my words, and you mark them well, Derek O'Shea. Payback is a lot like my nightly glass of milk, lukewarm and leads to too many farts. Victory is hereby mine. Zuma Brigade, as always, I love you lots, and Derek,
Wait, it just changed faces. What?
Derek, it fills my heart with warmth to know that your pooch is healthy.
Thank you.
The following message is being broadcast.
Shout out to Papa. Make sure you follow him. and all his work. Thank you so much. Shout out to the trans man. The amazing transparent man. The invisible and deadly. Oh, God. I cannot wait to watch this. I will be absolutely plastered on love. I will be plastered on love because that's what this show's about. I'm definitely. Oh, sorry. Outstanding, Papa. Yeah, honestly, give a round of applause for Papa. Incredible work. Honestly, incredible. I know that takes a lot of freaking work. That's the hardest. Pizza is on Derek. Yeah, pizza's on me. I'll buy your pizza with KB and Super Chat. Thanks, and Willie's Super Chat. His moon is a black hole. Takes a brave man to drink Bud Light these days. It really does. Could you imagine going to a bar and ordering Bud Light? Yeah, I'll have a Bud Light. What? Who said that? I'm a Republican that identifies as libertarian. Amen. Fake Republican. I know you're just a troll. You think I don't remember you? I remember all my trolls. You're not a Republican or a libertarian. You're just a cultist, and I know it. You're a big old leftist. Come on, baby. Give it to me hard, fake Republican. Freaking fake Republicans everywhere. All right. We're just having a good time. This show is completely derailed. I was watching what was going on, but I'm just here to hang out now. So if you guys want to hang out, let's just hang out. Put in the chat stupid questions or stupid ideas. And what do you guys think about Donald Trump and the whole Blizzard thing? It's just so stupid. Derek O'Shea alert. Donald Trump doesn't know what a blizzard is. Oh my God. Just wait here, and we'll get you a real monarchist, and you stay long enough. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Let's watch the rhinos. Oh God, they were the worst. The only reason I look at YouTube. This is the only reason I look at YouTube. Me? Well, I am gorgeous, so. Thank you. I appreciate you hanging out on YouTube. You're always welcome to like party on Rumble as well. All right, I'll try to find some videos. KB, you're not on Kick? Everyone's going to Kick. That's funny. Like, I swear, like Kick and Twitch. I never get chatters on Twitch. Twitch is like the dumbest platform. It's like such a leftist hellhole. It's just the worst. Let me get some of my favorite clips from today. Did you see, like, I was so surprised that Tucker didn't talk to Nikki Haley about it. I think the Pence stuff was really the funniest part. Where is this? I gotta hear some stuff. Mini anarchist, monarchist. Oh, okay, I see what you did there. Yes. You have to be a socialist to get ground on Twitch. Oh, 100%. 100%. And your last name has to be Hassan.
Our economy has degraded. The suicide rate has jumped. Public filth and disorder and crime have exponentially increased. And yet, your concern is that the Ukrainians, a country most people can't find on a map, who've received tens of billions of U.S. tax dollars, don't have enough tanks. I think it's a fair question to ask, like, where's the concern for the United States in that?
Well, it's not my concern. Tucker, I've heard that routine from you before, but that...
Well, dang it. I like that he calls it a routine. I've heard this routine that you talk about, like us caring more about Ukraine than America. I've heard this
have exponentially increased, and yet
Ukraine is right above Canada.
Is that the Ukrainians, a country most people can't find on a map, who've received tens of billions of U.S. tax dollars, don't have enough tanks? I think it's a fair question to ask, like, where's the concern for the United States in that?
Well, it's not my concern. Tucker, I've heard that routine from you before, but that's not my concern. I'm running for president of the United States because I think this country's in a lot of trouble.
That's not my concern. Ukraine is right above Canada. Pence just wants to talk about ice cream. Yeah. Imagine if, like, Honestly, also one thing I was like thinking of all day today was like, what you will never get is the Democrats doing this to their candidates, like asking honest and real questions. I mean, you look at Morning Joe talking about, I saw that like whole clip about they were concerned about the optics that Biden has been getting from his aides about like tripping and messing up words and stuff, and them not doing a good enough job to censor some of these things coming out of his mouth. I'm like, that is what you're concerned about? They don't care. Like, they don't care about you and me. He wants some free Coke too. He needs some Coke.
For that, you've issued a bunch of public statements about
Pence
your
is the
views on
hero
foreign
we
policy,
deserve.
which are definitely within the mainstream of Republican views, as far as I can tell. You recently met with Zelensky, according to news reports.
Okay. Did anyone see that girl nail Pence in the head with water? Is that really Pence? That just looks like some white dude with white hair. I am not convinced that's Pence, because it's from behind. That's what she said.
And I'm wondering if during that meeting, as a prominent Christian leader, which you are in addition to your political views, you broached the question of his treatment of Christians within Ukraine. The Zelensky government has raided convents, arrested priests, has effectively banned a denomination, a Christian denomination, the Ukrainian Orthodox Church within Ukraine, has persecuted Christians. And I wonder if you raised that with him.
I did raise the issue when we were there.
Wow.
And I raised it with the leader of the Orthodox Church when I was visiting Kyiv and asked him about concerns.
I raised it with him when I was there. I raised it with him when I raised my hair. I'm worried about the American people. I'm worried that Zelensky's not getting the munitions he deserves. Okay. I'm worried about. I just hate how like smooth that is. Everything about it seems so disingenuous when he talks. I'm worried about you. I'm worried about me. We're all one big family. With a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man keeps rolling home. God. BRB. Papa, don't leave. Pee right where you are. Pence is so real that he talks to the right people, and y'all need to shut up now. Yeah, that's probably true. Gives swamp vibes. Yeah, he's more than swamp. He is swamp man. That chick on the plane was right, dude. Yes, that chick was probably talking about him. That was him with his beanie. Oh, his with the thing over or whatever. He is well scripted and well rehearsed. Yeah, he is. And that is for any politician that's well scripted, well rehearsed. It's like it kind of just feels exactly that. And I think people are over that kind of stuff nowadays. Like having a well spoken orator. I think honestly, if you speak well and you use great vocabulary and you speak in coherent sentences, unlike Fetterman and Biden, and you have used logic and reasoning, like you are seen as disingenuous. I feel like that's where we've gotten to, which makes me feel like it's all BS. It's like if you are a great candidate for the job and not just some dude that had a stroke and everyone feels bad for, so people are gonna vote for, or like or you're Dr. Oz, you're like a celebrity doctor. You're not gonna get voted in. He's a well polished turd. Yeah, 100%. I think he may be drunk. Oh, always. It's their job to promise the most and produce nothing and blame it on someone. It's 100%. That is politics. Now give them more money, you fools. Give them more money and give them more time. They need 4 more years. Hey, this time around it's going to be different. Okay, if you guys vote me in this time, I swear to God, I'm going to change everything. I'm going to make your life better. And guys, just so you know, the reason your life sucks so bad is because of the last guy, not because of anything I'm doing, even though I am making it worse for you. Don't focus on that. Worry about that later when the next guy comes in. When you're mad about me doing it, then the next guy will come in. Guys, we're all different. It's the other side is the bad guy. Whatever that means to you, that's what you need to focus on every day. It's the other side. To some degree, that's true. But like, can we all just come together and decide that the government is not our friend? Just kidding. They're amazing. They're out for our best interests. Pence, Skull, and Boner, neocon confirmed. Why did I say Boner? You know, it's Skull and Bonner. And I feel like I just had a Freudian slip, and I don't like that. Skull and Boner. God, this show is off the rails. It's Friday, and I'm exhausted from the week, but I'm feeling good. Pence blew it. I mean, of course he did. He's going up against Tucker. It'd be like, I don't know. I can't think of any leftists who would be like genuine towards their candidate without trying to make them look bad so that the Republican doesn't win. Can we all just get a thong? Yes. Shout out the thongs. I think more men need to wear thongs. It's just a thought. Send in your thongs to my phone number. Please don't. Good God. If I woke up tomorrow morning and there's like a bunch of butt pictures, I would freaking lose my mind. Time for an IQ test standards. God. Imagine if we did IQ test standards for people who voted, or you had to know basic how the government works. You had to know how many systems, how many branches of government there were in order to vote. I guarantee you there would be so many people that have no idea.
There's 2 branches?
Borat style? Oh, God, yeah.
It's nice.
Remember when every guy had a Borat accent? It was like Arnold Schwarzenegger accents. It's like every guy has an Arnold Schwarzenegger accent. Every guy has a Borat accent. Every guy has a Christopher Walken accent. I can't think of what other accents. The buck stocks with somebody else. Lefties never met their line. Of course. You can't spell lefty without lying. I'm not ready. Don't be.
About religious liberty. He assured me that the Zelensky government and you...
I think this was like the funniest question.
Do you think that was an insurrection? January 6th. What was that? Do you think that was an insurrection?
What was that? Yes.
Well, first, look, can I just take a moment just to say thank you to the family leader, to Bob Vanderplatz and the whole team here, and to our friends at Blaze TV.
I love how like much of a power move this question was, that he just stopped and he didn't address it immediately. He's like, first I'm going to say something. If you get 100% correct, you get rejected. Yeah. We did have literacy test votes to vote. SCOTUS ruled it unconstitutional, sadly. Well, because that's racist. Because what if they speak Spanish? How many nickels are in a quarter? Great question. The president needs to score under an 85 IQ test. I want the most incompetent politician we could possibly get. Every politician should have a recent stroke, period. Every politician, and then like when they do dumb stuff, you just feel bad for them and you say, hey, quit talking about him. It's not funny. He had a stroke. Pence looks like an AI. Yes. Watch him weasel around that question. Oh, you know he will. Oh yeah, I changed the subject. Mike Pence is wondering why he's not being asked boxers or briefs. Special at Target Thong Friday. I didn't know that. You have one now.
January 6th. What was that? Do you think that was an insurrection?
Well, first, look, can I just take a moment just to say thank you to the family leader, to Bob Vanderplatz and the whole team here.
Shout out to Bob.
And to our friends at Blaze TV, including my old friend Glenn Beck. We're standing here on a historic day in Iowa.
What if Glenn Beck was like,
when in just a few short hours, Governor Kim Reynolds would take to this stage and sign into law historic protections for the unborn. And I think all the members of the family leader here in Iowa prayed and worked and fought to bring us to this day. And it's an honor to be with you all. It really is.
he going to answer the question?
Now, as to that day, let me just say, all I know for sure, having lived through it at the Capitol, is that it was a tragic day. I've never used the word insurrection, Tucker, over the last 2 years, but it was a riot that took place at the Capitol that day.
And I'm having an insurrection right now. God. It was a riot that took place. I like that people like try to what was it called? Like, I want to say prostrate, postulate. What they just like try to like teach you. Like, I'm just gonna say this. It was a riot that day. Okay, people. To everyone who's saying I don't say that. AI for president, e-girl for vice president. Just vote for what's going to doom humanity at this point. From these paper machine president candidates. Yeah, I fed right. Yeah. It was a tourist tour. Yeah. Quick, get your J6 vaccine. Insurrections are contagious. Yeah. I like that he asked him this question though. It's just like, it's just incredible. It's just so. I think this was one of my favorite. The Asa Hutchinson.
How many COVID shots?
Oh, this question really got me going. It's a simple tour that was led by Antifa. I know you're joking. All right, postulizing. Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. You know when it's on the tip of the tongue and the back of the lungs, and you just want to say it? Postulizing. This question right here really grinded my gears. Okay?
And how many COVID shots did you take, and how do you feel about it now, in retrospect?
How many COVID shots did you take?
0. And how many COVID shots did you?
Oh my God, Tucker doesn't have a COVID shot. I don't have a COVID shot either. Just kidding. Everyone in my chat, make sure to get your COVID shots. Every single day for the rest of your life. Too big of a word around here, KB. It's a simple tour that led to Antifa. I want to postate my prostrate. That is the way I was kind of going for. Postate my prostate. I went to apostate. How many COVID? I like that it was like kind of like a diss. How many COVID shots did you have, you son of a?
And how many COVID shots did you take, and how do you feel about it now, in retrospect?
Oh, okay.
How many COVID shots did you take?
You take? Hello, darkness, my old friend. I come to speak with you again. God. I think he was like praying that he was going to say 1 because he worked at Fox. No. It's not right-wing politically correct to vaccinated. It's not right-wing politically correct to vaccinated. Come on, fake Republican. You can do better than that. That was kind of funny. But you can do better. I believe in you. I want you to be funnier. I want it. I want it. I want you to do it. I want you to do it. Tucker didn't hesitate. Well, why would you? You know, if somebody asked me, like, on stage, are you vaccinated? No. Yes. My sperm is in demand. Get over it, people. Except I'm a ginger. Son of a... Only about 12 or answer the question, Asa. Yeah, you didn't even answer the question. Pence, 48. Tucker, 48. Tucker. I've taken 48 COVID shots. Why? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Pence takes one every day. It's true. Yeah, but it's not funny. Okay, fake Republican. Okay, perfect example. God. Every time I talk to leftists about their stupid comedy like The Daily Show or SNL, that isn't funny. Just because something is true doesn't make it funny. It's true. That does not make it funny. I want you to be funnier. If you're going to try to be funny, be funny. And I know I'm not funny. So don't try to say, well, you're not funny. Like, I get it. You can say that. It's fine. But, like, I talk to leftists all the time about their comedy. And they go, they're like, I'll say something like Trevor Noah's not funny, and they'll go, yeah, but does he what he say is it's true though? And I'm like, what does that have to do with funny? Jon Stewart was funny. Yes, he was. He was funny, and so was Stephen Colbert. And then they started sucking the teeth. And then they decided money was more worth it than actually punching up. As long as you're punching up, as long as you're punching up, it's funny. But if you're punching down or punching to the side, it can be funny. But punching up, that's funny. If somebody asks me if I'm vaccinated, my simple answer is I can't remember, yo. I was drunk. Yeah, he was dead when I got there, and I'm not going to jail for you or anybody. Yeah. Craig Kilborn was better. Oh yeah, Craig was better. I mean, the GOAT was Norm Macdonald. Everyone knows that. I used to be vaccinated. I self-identify as vaccinated. Who's funding these 1% morons? I don't know. I think Dr. Randy Short was very funny. I don't even know if I know who that is. Did you see this clip from Derek O'Shea alert? Did you see this clip from Tim Scott when he just like got up and started walking around? That was so weird.
The federal government's like knows where everyone is because everyone has a smartphone and they're tracking you. Yes. You know, so like we know anyone using a fake social security number. Why not just like drop them off in Tijuana? Bye bye. Well, the federal government's like
bye bye.
Like knows where everyone is because everyone has a smartphone and they're tracking you. Yes. You know, so like we know anyone using a fake social security number. Why not just like drop them off in Tijuana? Bye bye. Well, the federal government's like
because we need those votes, Tucker. Duh. Okay, I think we can all agree that Norm Macdonald was the GOAT. He was also the greatest of all time. Okay, that's the same thing. Look him up. Okay, I will look him up. Well, since no one is beneath me, so it's all right to make fun of everyone. No one is beneath me. Don't say that about yourself. No one is beneath you. So you're a bottom. Oh, God. It's like they aren't prepared. No. You can't. None of these candidates could have prepared for today. Being prepared for Tucker was saying, hey, he's probably going to ask you a question you don't want to answer. That's what you need to prepare for. And all these politicians went, come on. He's not going to make the Republicans look bad. Why would he do that? Oh, because you don't want to show. Right. You're just like every other leftist that thinks Tucker Carlson is some right-wing shill and not a populist who will actually punch you in the mouth if you give him a chance. Tim just blew his chances. Oh, yeah, you look terrible today. Norm's the best. People were talking about Tim. I hate that, like, I forgot the camera was facing different. People talked about like Tim Scott being a good vice president because obviously he's a black man. They're just like, oh, you'll get the vote. It's like he did. I don't think he looked good, and he got so uncomfortable with these questions. He got so uncomfortable with questions that he got up and started walking around. Remember that Trump and Hillary Clinton debate where they started like walking around in the middle of the debate? They were both like walking in front of each other in front of the cameras. That's what it felt like when I was watching this. I was like, what is happening? Everyone's trying to do, he's like trying to do some power move in front of Tucker of like, I am the captain now. I will get up if I want to. I am the captain. Tucker admitted that he hates Trump and lies to you guys. It's to you guys. Who is you guys? God, there it is again. Fake Republican. Well, put everyone in a boat. It's the right versus the left. You guys. Tell me what to believe. Tell me what I think, fake Republican. Tell me who I am. I don't know who I am. Help me. I don't know. Tell me who I am. It's a stress relief behavior of someone losing control walking around. Oh, 100%. Well, he's so agitated and so overwhelmed by external stimuli that he decided the only coping mechanism was to get up and move because his legs were full of energy. It's a power move to stand while you are talking to someone who is sitting down. Maybe. It's also just makes you look insane. You just like, sit down. You forget. I feel like it's like a 12-year-old kid in class. Sit down, Tim. Sit down. Sit down and listen. I admitted that Tucker owns a pet zebra and hates gypsum. What's your point? Tucker's target audience, you guys. Ah, God, you're the worst. That was actually funny, fake Republican. You're doing it. You're making me laugh, and that's all that matters. Simple truth should work. Oh, you think that's a diss? Making fun of people who hang on to simple truths? You must be a child. Because everyone knows the simple truths are some of the deepest truths in the world. That's why, as one of my favorite writers once said, C.S. Lewis, kids' books are not written for kids. But I know that probably went over your head because you're too dumb. No one said you were smart. No one said you had, like, being a fake Republican doesn't make you smart. Tucker must suck at his job because I have no desire to consume his products. It's a Coke. I never watched Tucker. I watched Mark Levin. Damn. It's me, Mark Levin. You guys just assume my gender. You just assume my gender. Oh, that's true. I can't believe fake Republican did assume everyone's gender here. Wow, that's hate speech. That is hate speech. I'm the one with simple truths, man. No, you're not, dude. You think you're having simple truths, but I don't even know. And you use a fake picture. So, like, anybody that's a troll that doesn't show me their real name, I'm like, I don't care. But if you're like a cool person and you don't have a real name, I don't care either. Alan said, I liked when Trump was circling Hillary like a great white shark and said, because you'd be in jail. Oh, that was because you'd be in jail. That sold me. Like that was one of the funniest lines I've ever heard a candidate say in my life. And yes, I'm 12 years old, but that was funny. That was funny. I hope that happens again. Maybe Hillary will run again because I know Biden. There's no way Biden's running. I mean, he probably will. I mean, they'll put up a body. It doesn't matter. But better to get stories from Tucker than it is to get the news from Mad Cow. Mad Cow disease. Weren't the Goonies known as, hey, you guys? I'm a non-binary, BIPOC, transgender king. Hey, thank you for saying that. See, we have very deep thinking people here. You can never be naive. Mic drop moment. Yeah, 100%. Always. Non-stop truth bombs tonight. Truth can be subjective. Just ask a communist about the truths of socialism. Yes. What is your truth, Wes? Okay? Because truth is subjective, okay? It's based on your community and your upbringing and how you grew up. So, like, you can define your own words. Words are meaningless. Like, if your community that you're surrounding around comes up with a new definition of a word, that's your truth. And live your truth. Don't let somebody else tell you that 2 + 2 = 4 because it doesn't. It's whatever you want it to be. And if your community decides it equals 5, then you force every other community to be held to your standard of math. Put them on their knees and then call them fascists while you shove it down their throats. That's what we're supposed to be like. That's what fascism is. Fascism is just pointing out Nazis that aren't really Nazis and just making them submit to our will. Hey, Pickles for Hillary, what's your pronouns? It's not like a fake Republican. I actually care about you. Yeah, everyone put your pronouns in the chat. Just make sure I don't misgender you. And they better be real pronouns or I swear to God, I will lose my mind here. I will lose my mind. If you guys bring in some fake pronouns, it'll piss me off. 2 plus 2 equals 5, and we all know this man. Thank you, Wes. Thank you. Exactly. You can be a part of my community. And if you said 2 plus 2 equals 4, I will make you submit. I'll put you in jail, put you through re-education camp because you're a Nazi. Duh. Because you're the fascist, not me. I thought Trump was on coke at that moment. Fascism is just another fancy word for socialism. Yeah, fascism means nothing. So does anti-fascist. It means nothing. It just means like I'm a part. It's like I'm a part of this club that forces everyone to believe what I believe. It's just like words are fun. Like they don't mean anything. You could just do you, boo. I'm anti-fascist. That's why I march with my young, privileged white friends, and we go around from our private school and make everyone submit to our will. We've never been in a fight in our life, but we'll put a mask on and throw things at you, okay? And if you knock me out, I swear to God, I'm going to make a video about you, and we're going to come to your house with all my friends and family. My pronouns are blip, bleep, blop, bleep. Okay, that's really racist. There are 57 of them. I identify as all of them to be super inclusive. Thank you. Only a bigot thinks 2 plus 2 equals 4. Thank you. Yes, you can be a part of this community. Do you want to be a part of this community? If I had like one of those Google like click boxes that you're supposed to like whatever I write down, you're just supposed to like it would be like, what is 2 plus 2 equal? If you put 4, then it wouldn't go through. But if you put 5, it would totally work. My pronouns are deputy/chief warrant officer. Well, we're anti-fascist and all cops are bastards. Duh. Ask Joe what the truth is. Joe. Okay, does Joe sleep with a CPAP or what? Does he put an apple in his mouth when he talks to his wife? Like what was that? What was that belt mark on his face? I'm a piglet. Oink, oink. I smell bacon, K-Bean, and I know she. Shout out the warrant officers everywhere. Okay. What is this show? Sometimes I get like comments on here. It's like, what is this show? What is happening? The show's too long. I get that comment all the time. The show's too long. Like, I know. But we just have fun. My pronoun is libertarian because I don't have the courage to publicly stand behind my republicanism. I guess. You could have said, like, my pronouns is libertarian because I don't have the courage to stand on, truth principles or something. That would have been funnier. But, like, man. Swing and a miss, fake Republicans. Swing and a fucking miss. Apologize for that curse word. It's Friday. I shot the sheriff. I did not shoot the deputy. Stop sniffing the Sharpie, Derek. Oh, God. Libertarians are conservatives of the left. My pronouns is badass/hardcore. That's sick. This is like the first show I've ever used the F word, and I apologize. Better than that, if my mom watches the show, she'll go, Derek, okay, you know I like your show, but do you have to use that language? You have a better vocabulary than that. You have a master's degree, idiot. God. I'm tired, okay, you're forgiven. Now walk in peace. Are you really a libertarian fake Republican, or are you just effing with me? I'm pretty sure you're a leftist based on your comments, but I'm not totally sure. And I just want to know. Dinner table manners, everyone. Thank you. Yes, dinner table manners, elbows off the table. Make sure you tell your friends and family about the dinner. Okay, let's just finish this. I'm going to finish the show. It's been the best 2 hours of your and my life right now. Okay, here we go. Let's just finish the show. This is for fake Republican and everything he's brought to the table. Amen.
His trip overseas.
This is his
leaving Finland a short time ago on his way back from the United States. More analysis on his performance on the world stage and his trip overseas, just leaving Finland. Could
you imagine giving your child to let Joe Biden do that to your kid. Joe's a good guy. Uncle Joe's a great guy.
Way back from the United States, more analysis on his performance on the world stage.
And don't forget, at the beginning of the show, we talked about Kamala Harris saying that the best way to lower climate change is to depopulate the earth. Everything's better than ever. Little sniff to finish the way. Way to bring up the master's degree again. Always trying to rub it in your face that you have some degree. Yeah, because every leftist thinks anyone on the right or right-leaning or any kind of like libertarian ideas or anything like that, they think you are like not educated or something. It's the stupidest. The more leftists I talk to, they think that everyone on the right, none of them, all of them are stupid. All of them are lower class. All of them think like don't have degrees or have upper education on degrees. They think they're all just blue collar, which is, and then they think everyone on the left is like smarter than thou. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. As if like you can't come to these kind of conservative conclusions because of like degrees. Johnny going to the goat bar and looking pretty. A can full of litter looking pretty. What? I don't mean to bring up my masters. I don't care about masters. I don't even put it on my wall at my work. I mean, there's stale bread rolls and sometimes you put rocks on them, but we all do respect. What? All right, guys. I've had fun tonight. I've had a lot of good time. This has been an impromptu Friday sesh, and I've had fun. I hope you guys have fun. The show has been off the rails. Alan, thank you so much for the super chat. K-Bean, thank you so much for the freaking super chat. And Willie, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to like support this show. It means a lot to me. And thank you to all those people that are a part of, you're a member of this channel. Your support means the world to me. I do not take advantage of that. I do not take it lightly whatsoever. It means the freaking world to me that you give your hard-earned money to me. Like I don't, honestly, thank you so much. Good show. I can't wait for this to be a full-time thing. You guys are the most amazing people on earth. I can't do the show without you. This show is amazing because of people like you. Again, it's not a following. This is a community. Even if you don't believe the same thing I believe, I still love you, and that's all that matters. Sorry for the shameless plug. I mean a lot to check it out. Dude, check out Papa's stuff. Buy Fake Republican, come back. Fake Republican's been around for a while. I've seen his comments for a while. And thank you to all on Rumble. You guys are the best. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your freaking Fridays. And those of you like me that work tomorrow, work your ass off. Make a difference in someone's life tomorrow. I will see you guys on the next episode of the Derek O'Shea Show. See you on Sunday. I love every single one of you. You're amazing. Don't let anybody tell you differently. The world is crazy, but we're just living in it. Thanks for putting up with my BS. It's funnier the next time. Peace. Hey, bring your BS here. This is a BS welcome zone. Queen Bird. Oh, night. Love you. Okay. Bye. Bye. I can't find the music to leave the show with. Tucker Carlson. I love you and you love me, and we're all one big mother can have family. Goodbye.